Hey everybody, this is Andrew the Moo, and here we are with the second episode of DuckTales Remastered. And we're starting out at the Amazon, so let's travel there, watch the cutscene, and then the cutscene, and then the cutscene, and so on, and go from there. See you guys in just a minute.
Get Launchpad on the horn. I'm headed to the Amazon jungle to find the scepter of the Incan king.
I should really be talking right now, shouldn't I? Because there's a loading screen and things of that nature.
Thanks for the lift, Launchpad.
No problemo. Lift is one of my favorite principles of aerodynamics. Oh, say, you got your radio, Mr. McD?
Aye, of course I do.
Great. Then I'll be your eyes in the sky.
Oh, I'd be happy if you just keep your eyes on the sky for once. What an airhead.
Hey, I heard that.
Now then, ancient Incan legends claim the king's scepter was locked away in a giant temple of the clouds, and it should be dead ahead.
Gee, Mr. McD, I see a lot of clouds, but no temple.
You wouldn't, Launchpad. The legend says the temple was hidden away from all but King Manco Capquack himself. But there's bound to be a way to reveal it buried somewhere in this overgrown salad bowl, and I'm not leaving till I find it.
Alright, and so here we are starting with the first level, and really and truly, you're going to notice a number of these gorillas that keep popping up. By the way, it shows the map, probably the only time in this game that we actually show the map off. These gorillas are going to continue to kind of walk on screen. They're not too terribly difficult, just don't move too fast, and you shouldn't have any problems dealing with them. As you can see, I made it past them pretty quickly. Now, the gimmick to the first part of this stage is there are these coins that are hidden, and we've got to find them in big chests like this. And so here's the first one.
Launchpad, I found an ancient coin depicting a nightingale.
Neato. You haven't stumbled across a pizza joint down there, have you, Mr. McD? I'm getting kind of hungry up here.
I'm not even going to dignify that question with a response.
If I remember correctly, this was did not appear in the first game. It was just walking through the jungle. Although there was a section where you could come across Launchpad early, as we get the invincibility thingamabobber there. We're gonna walk up here because our next coin is up here. And in the game, and of course in this game as well, if you end the stage with a 7 anywhere in the number of your cash score, you would get a bonus level. So you could leave early, theoretically, go to the bonus stage, play through it, and go from there.
Another coin, and this one has an inscription of an eagle.
I think that this stage and the Himalayan stage were the only ones that did that. Go ahead and stay up and let the bee just kind of go past you. You don't want to just, get stung by the bee. A bee. If anyone's ever watched Nintendo Capri Sun, probably, at least somewhat familiar with what I did there. Is he going to kill himself doing that? No, he walks across that just fine. And we go to the next one, bounce off the bee's head, and...
Aha! A coin bearing the image of the Queen's horse. Ha! It'll help us find the treasure for sure.
How can you tell, boss?
Never doubt the well-honed instincts of an experienced treasure hunter.
If you say so, Mr. McD.
Now, there are some enemies you can't bounce off of, like those flowers down there, and you see why. If you do so, it spells disaster for your character. So you want to be really careful about that. Although you can destroy them by a rock, as you saw earlier, or something of that nature, but you jump on them, they're going to bite down on you, and that's going to hurt a lot. So let's see. What I want to do here is I want either the orangutan... Ow. Come on, B. There we goes. B. And give me some money there, and we have... Oh, that's how I would do it, is by launching that at it. Whoopsie. Let's go ahead and pop this open.
A coin showing the sun. Gad, I nearly tripped over it. This place is a mess. Where's Mrs. Beakley when you need her?
Interestingly enough, again, you gotta watch out for those segmented sections. There's nothing there. Miss Beakley is actually in every stage of the DuckTales game. Except for, I think, the tutorial. She's pretty much found everywhere.
Look at this. An ancient coin with the image of a scythe. It must represent a good harvest.
This is Launchpad, calling Mr. McD.
What is it, Launchpad?
I'm running a little low on fuel up here.
Well, where are the extra fuel canisters?
Well, that's why I'm calling you, boss. I checked the glove compartment, but all I found was gloves.
Oh, you'd best find those fuel canisters, or the next thing you'll be flying is a model airplane.
Okay. Last time I asked you for help.
Is that a promise?
Alright, so now we trekked in one different direction. Those spiders can easily be taken off of, with that. Now, you see the thorns here. The only way you can make it past the thorns is by bouncing off of them. And the spiders are relatively easy to defeat. You just gotta kind of be careful what you're doing. Allow them to drop down like so, and get hit. I am about to die, aren't I? That would follow suit with me doing a Let's Play. I die in the process of playing this. Woo! Alright, I'm just gonna take that safely and just smack it in the side like that, and...
Found another one, and it depicts the ruling might of a spear.
This is Launchpad, Mr. McD. Come in, Mr.
Launchpad, what was that?
Nothing, boss. I'm sure nobody was using that tree anyway. Except maybe them. And also them.
But who cares about Launchpad anyway? Certainly not Mr. McDuck. Mr. McDuck only cares about money. That was actually very much needed. Almost died. Okay. Boost this over here. Jump up in this general direction. And we've got another treasure. Some more treasure. I'm going to smack and land on this. And a little bit of health. We're packed to full health, guys.
Look at this one. It shows a shield. You know, I bet those Incans could have minted a whole lot more coins if they hadn't tried to make each one unique.
Alright, so hidden areas over here, you just bounce over in this general direction. And as you walk down the steps, you see those little items there. Bounce and then bounce one more time, and you've got you've got that. So there's the snake there. I mean, you don't even really worry about the snake. Is what I would say to you at this moment. Don't really worry about the snake. You come in this way, I'm just gonna knock that dude out just for being a nuisance to me. Because that's what he is. He's a general nuisance to me. So now that we've got all of those items, we're going to kick the map back up. There's one item that we need, and it's upward in the direction where we couldn't go upward a minute ago. Oh, we almost ate. I was about to say we almost ate that. We almost got ate. Wasn't no almost eating nothing. It was almost we got ate. So, bounce. Head on up. Ooh. Grab these vines. Be very careful. Don't be like me, kids. Don't rush through video games. Take your time. You know, try to figure out what you're doing and how to play it. Don't make a general, don't, as a general rule, don't just try to move so quickly that you can't enjoy the game. That's my rule of video games, is try to enjoy the game as best as you can. And here is the one item that we are missing right there. Bam.
Aha! This coin bears an image of the scales of justice. Just what I need to help me find the scepter.
You know, Mr. McD, I had a thought.
Launchpad, why start now and spoil a perfect record?
That's a good question.
Well, I don't have all day. What was your thought?
Come to think of it, I forgot.
Launchpad, were you dropped on your head much as a child?
All the time. Why?
Good job, Launchpad. So again, just kind of whoop, and that's the reason why you don't want to just bounce into those flowers. They will eat you for breakfast, quite literally. So be careful around them.
Come in, Launchpad. I've found something. There's a carving of Manco Cupquack on this stone slab, and there's 8 succulent notches around it.
Sounds great. Does it tell us how to find the treasure?
Well, I'm not sure what it tells us, but I'm certain it's an important clue. Bless me bagpipes. These coins I've found will fit perfectly into those notches.
Oh, you must have come across an ancient Incan poker table, Mr. McD. How about I come down there and you deal me in for a hand?
You come down here and I'll deal you a blow to the head. You're supposed to be keeping an eye out for trouble, remember?
All right, trouble spotting it is.
Launchpad, what if the images on these coins symbolize the various tribes of Manco Cupquack's empire? Maybe if I surround him with them. Oh no, it's not working.
Hey, maybe you need to say the magic words. Or maybe not.
Will you look at that? The ancient city of Manco Cupquack. And that beam of light. It must be pointing to the Temple of the Clouds. But how am I going to get across?
Up here, Mr. McD.
Alright, so just bounce up, grab hold of this. And truth be told, there's certain areas where they give you the opportunity to look around and do things. Like, you know, I can drop down here, and I can get some coinage and whatnot. And Launchpad is going to follow me, but to be honest with you, the only thing that's really available is there's, you know, really nothing of particular interest over there. Just a few things here and there like so. So I mean, I could just drop down whoop, and bounce off the Buzzy Bee and just grab a few coinage and things of that nature. So I mean, I could do that, but I think I'm just gonna skip the rest of this and get us to the end section. I'm lying. I really want more money. Give me that gold. Give me those diamonds. Give me everything you've got to offer me. But you could just stay at the very, very top of that and not worry.
Whoa! I did it! I found the legendary temple of Manco Cupquack.
With a little help from your old pal, Launchpad McQuack.
Oh, of course, Launchpad. I couldn't have done it without you. Now just hold on, and with a little luck, that scepter will be mine in no time.
You know, one of the things that I really liked about this game is the fact that even though Scrooge was someone who loved money, by the way, I love that animation whenever he just smacks a wall and it's like doesn't break. I like the fact that Scrooge McDuck wasn't completely and utterly a jerk. His main goal, he liked money. He loved money, let's be honest. But he didn't love it so much that he was willing to give away his family or give up, you know, anything that was important to him, like his family. And so I think that's one thing that really stuck in my mind about the DuckTales series, is that Scrooge McDuck wasn't so much of a miser, well, except for in the, you know, the Mickey's Christmas Carol, but he wasn't so much of a miser that he treated the other characters as if they weren't important. That's why that was there. I'm like, something about that seems suspicious. All right, so you want to go up here, and you're like, well, you left that jewel. Why would you leave that jewel? I have a good reason for this, and I will show you in just a moment. We got money, and I had 2 7s there and lost them both. But this is Miss Beakley, and let's one of the instances where you find her in the game.
Mrs. Beakley, what are you doing here?
I'll not have you risking your life on an empty stomach. No more danger till you eat every last bite.
Oh, thank you kindly, dear.
Go on, Mr. McDuck. No need to worry about me.
The thing that I find funny is she's like, you need to eat everything and get your energy back. So she's got stuff that'll get your energy back, plus an extra life every time that you find her. But I love how she gives you, like, sugary sweet foods. Like, Miss Beakley, you're going to make me into a diabetic. You know, you're going to make me into a diabetic, Miss Beakley. You shut your face, Scrooge McDuck. I will not make you a diabetic. You're going to want to bounce off this a couple of times. It's going to give you lots and lots of money, because that's what you want, is lots and lots of money. So, I mean, she's going to make me a diabetic. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Diabetes. I'm going to be meeting with Wilfred Brimley sometime soon. I keep bouncing off these side walls, because there is a wall coming up ahead that will do that. So, in this section, you've got to keep running and stupidly do stuff like that. So just, you know, keep moving forward. You'll be fine. We've still got a few minutes before we make it to the final boss of this stage, so we don't really have a whole lot we got to worry about there. Bounce up. Like I said, one of the things that stands out in my mind about the stories of DuckTales was the fact that Scrooge McDuck, even though he did love money, money wasn't so important to him that he was willing to sell out his family. That, and you'll see this in the story, that his family is most important to him. I guess you can say they are his greatest treasure. Now, that doesn't stop him from, at the end of the day, trying to recapture the treasure that he single-handedly and rightfully has. But, yeah. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna die. Okay. Alright. Okay. I got this. I don't got this. I died. Thankfully, it starts me right here, and I've got to be careful because in my test playthrough, I died here like 3 times. Oh. Alright. Hit him. Alright. Throw your spear. Don't care. Keep moving. Bounce. I was about to say bounce off this guy's head, but really don't have to bounce off of his head. Take a jump from here to here. Don't break that yet. Get the health. Grab the diamond. And then, whoop. Don't want to miss out on that. You walk over here, and this is the reason why you want to check for hidden walls and things of that nature. That, ladies and gentlemen, gives you an extra piece of energy. Very, very important in this game, especially if you do stupid things like me. Like, missing stuff. So, I know right now I'm there where I could potentially finish this stage. We still got a little bit to go, actually. Oh, no, wait, we're at the ball.
There it is, the King's Scepter. Well, oh, this was easier to find than a penny in a parking lot. Catch me kilts! What was that?
Alright, so we're at the boss. I've tried to say that we're at the boss like 2 or 3 times now. But I have failed to do so every time. You bounce off his head. Be careful when he stomps down. It's going to shake the ground. After 3 times, he's going to do like that. I've broken a piece of his head, and now comes the part where you've got to pay attention to the ceiling and the sides because they're going to try to crush you. I like to stay in the middle because in the middle I can pay attention to everything a little bit better, and I have more time to act. Because there are certain instances where, if you aren't paying attention, you will get, Woo! that was a close one, Scrooge McDuck. So, go ahead and let him boop the ground one more time. And then boop him on top of his head. A piece is going to break away, and we play the same game again. Now, there's a 7 in the money that I've got. So, that means that I should be able to see a bonus round after this. I've never seen a bonus round in one of the DuckTales games. I've never experienced one myself. I think I've seen them. And so I think I know what's going to happen. I think. But I'm not going to. Woo-hoo-hoo! I got 2 pieces of health left. I want to. Oh noes. Oh noes. That's hurting. That hurts a lot. Please be the end of this boss. No. Oh, I did not realize a moment ago, so I may end up dying in a moment. Why? I've just got to be careful and pay close attention, because when it does that huge hop like it did just a moment ago, it's going to shake the ground and destroy everything, so I need to be airborne whenever it does that. Ah! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That was close! Alright. No! 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 I'll see you guys when I get this guy beat. And with that, he is defeated. Oh, I was down to one last hit again, so I was scared to death, like I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die! But I didn't.
Hurry, Mr. McD. This place has fallen to pieces.
No, I'm not leaving without that scepter. Get us out of here, Launchpad. I cannot believe we came all this way for nothing. What's the meaning of this?
Outsider, our prophecies have long foretold that our ancient city would one day be returned to us. For hundreds of years we have waited, and at last that day has come.
You mean you're not mad at me?
Mad? Quite the contrary, Feathered One. Is there anything we can do to repay you?
Well, now that you mention it, I did come here looking for an ancient scepter. I didn't suppose...
Does it look like this? It fell from the temple.
Oh, that climbing for nothing. Hey, Mr. McD?
Bless me bagpipes, the scepter of the Incan king!
It is yours. Take it and go in peace. After all, it was just the old king's back scratcher.
Alright guys, we have finished this stage. And so, like I said, I think if there's a 7, it should take you to a bonus stage. We're going to find out in just a moment. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. But let's see what happens. Well, definitely going to find out. So, alright, there's a 7 in there. Collected the king, the scepter, difficulty. Oh no, there is no longer a 7 in there.
The scepter of the Incan king. I tell you, boys, there's something special about this treasure.
Really, Uncle Scrooge? Yeah, it just looks like an old back scratcher to us.
You boys need to learn some respect for the finer things in life. Now, if you're done having fun at your old uncle's expense, help me decide where we should go next.
Well, we're going to decide in the next episode, but first I want to show off something kind of neat about the money bin, at least in my opinion. We can hop in and drop down and notice the fact that right here, it's the scepter. And so every time you grab one of the treasures from the game, it shows up at the very bottom of the money bin. So I thought that was something that was really cool, at least in my opinion. That was something that was really cool. So this has been Andrew the Moo, and I'm so sorry that we... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So sorry that we didn't get to see a bonus stage. Maybe later. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. I'll have to look it up. I think that was in the old game. I thought it was in this game as well. I could be very, very wrong. But hey, we got to see an episode of this anyway. So in the very next episode, we're going to head to probably one of the more, in my opinion, aggravating stages of the game. That is Transylvania. To take on the Transylvanians. I'm sorry, I won't do that again. But anyway, hope you have a great day, and we'll see you later.